Okay, so this is kind of a touching. It's a touching story, but just jacked up how it has to all go through. So this guy, he was his one of his photos had went viral on Facebook, and he was bringing gifts to his daughter. So his daughter, she's 2 years old, and yeah, she's young, and she's not well. They're not allowed to. Well, he's not allowed to see his daughter. And so the thing is, I guess how this whole court thing is all set up, that he wasn't allowed to see his daughter, and for the first time in like 2 years, 2014, last time he seen his daughter, he got to see her, and a video is of it on WorldStar. And so that's why I made this video, seeing your kids, because it's like, I think all parents, whether they're in a good part of their life or a bad part of their life, I think any parent should be able to see their child. If they're a bad example, if they're not fit to have a kid, they should still be, if they want to see their kid, if the kid wants to see them, they should be allowed to see each other, all right? And that's my thing about the whole situation. Like, I didn't even know that it was a video. I didn't even know it was like, because you see stuff like that all the time on Facebook, but then when you see it like traveling all around, like now it's on WorldStar, and it's like, wow. And when I was reading the descriptions of the video, and they were saying it was, he was bringing gifts to his daughter on a court date. I was just like, I remember that because I shared it, and I said that, I was like, I don't care where this woman, I really can care less how me and the mom feels about each other. I just want to see my kid. If I gotta travel this whole world just to see my child, I'm going to see my child whether the mom likes it or not. I'm not there to see you. I'm there to see my child. I'm not trying to get into any arguments with you. I'm not trying to start anything with you, okay? If it didn't work between me and the mom, okay, then it didn't work. But I don't want it to be the same thing for me and my child, all right? And it's just, that's not, a parent should never have to, if they want to see their child, they should be allowed to see their child. And that's the thing. If it gets to a point where I do have kids and it doesn't work between me and the mom, I'm like, well, look, I'm not signing no court papers on when I see my child or not. I want to see my child whenever I feel like seeing my child. And if I feel like seeing my child every single day, okay, just to surprise them, that's when I'm going to do. I'm not going to be signing no court papers. I'm not going to argue with you, okay? If I don't argue with you, if it can be cool between us, cool. But I'm going to see my child, all right? I ain't, you didn't have the child signing papers, okay? We had this child together. So we should be able to, me and you should come to an agreement on seeing the child. But it ain't going to be like, well, these are the days. You're going to be like, no, these are the days I'm going to see my child, okay? Because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be having that child, all right? It's not like it's my stepchild. This is my blood. This is me, okay? That's mini me. That's my child, all right? And so that's just, that whole thing, not being able to see his daughter for 2 years, that's messed up. I wouldn't even do that. If it was me and I had the child and the mom wanted to see, I'm like, come right over. You can see your child anytime you want, because I want them to have a relationship between both the parents, not just like half the parents, like, oh, they have this full bond with the parent and then like half bond with the other parent. No, that's not right. Okay. A lifestyle for any kid should not have to be like that. So, to parents out there, you having them little custody battles with the other parent, just stop, okay? Because it shouldn't have to. I would, if it was up to me, like if I had a child and the mom once, she was all like, well, can I come over like every day, just once throughout the day or something, and see the child like maybe an hour or two? I'm like, look, you're the parent, so you can see this child for as long as you want, anytime you want, all right? I don't want them to grow up, without knowing who you are. So anytime when you want to come over, let me know, okay? So I won't think random people are knocking out, because when people knock on my door, I don't answer. So I text me, let me know when you over, or call me, let me know when you're over, all right? And then when you're over here, then I'll open the door. You can be in the room. You can watch TV, play video games, do whatever you want. All right. And I would expect the mom to do the same exact thing for me. All right. Not to just be all like, oh, well, you're only going to see him or see her for 30 minutes. They're like, no. I'm going to see her for as long as I want, okay? Because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have that child, all right? So you should be thanking me for giving you that blessing that's in your house, okay? That's God's gift to earth. That's my God. That's God's gift to me. I'm not going to just allow God's gift to just wander out my life like that. So it's just really that whole thing with they parents be arguing like, oh, I want to see the child, no, I want to see the child, no, I want to see the child. If it's living at, if the child's safe, okay, if I'm not a safe parent, then okay, tell me I'm not a safe parent. I would try my best to change. But I at least want to see my child, okay? That's all I'm there for. I'm not there to argue. I'm not there to fight. I'm not there to get, teach the child wrong. I'm just there to just at least tell the child, look, I love you, and, I wish I can see you more often. I wish I can be here in the house. So whenever you want to ask me something, I shouldn't have to drive all the way over to see. No, it's just, I don't want my child to have a lifestyle like that. So, anyways, yeah. I just wanted to talk about that story because it's just messed up when you see or hear something like that. It's like a parent should always be involved in a child's life, and that child should always be in the parent's life. And so, but yeah, it was, that story, it was just jacked up. He had to bring the gifts for her birthday and for Christmas to the court date. And it's like, no. I'm going to be all like, look, if you want to come over to see your child, you can come over anytime you want. We can celebrate birthdays together, Christmases together. We can go like Halloween, anything, okay? If it ain't going to work between us, at least we can be good friends to the point where we can, have a child that grow up in a good, society or world with us, not where it's like we're like playing tug of war with the child and so. It's like, me, that's just how I am. But it's like, I know there's going to probably be people, if you disagree with that, it's like, really, come on now. How would you feel about that if you had a child and you weren't allowed to see your own child? They was all like, no, you're going to have to sign these papers. And it's all like, that's just, to my future wife out there, if you ever see this video, don't play them games with me saying I can't see my child. I would track my child down and I will see him. I would sit outside all day and all night to see my child, okay? I do not care. I would sit outside all day, all night. You have to call the cops to arrest me and put me away, because it's all like, I don't care where you're at. I don't care what our current standing in life. If you hate my guts, hate my guts. But my child doesn't hate my guts, all right? And I don't hate their guts. So we're going to be seeing each other. And then it's all like, how do you explain that? How do you explain that? Because it's all like, that's one thing I don't like seeing. It's like, kids grow up. I don't want my child to be a teenager or like, oh, well, my dad, he didn't want anything to do with me. Or I don't want to have that child like, oh, well, my mom didn't want anything to do with me. And then it like, just because of our current standing in life, if it didn't work, okay, it can't work. But like I keep saying, it's not going to work between us, but it ain't going to stop us from having a good relationship with our child. And so it's just, I don't know. But it's just, I want to know how people feel out there, because I know there's going to be people be all like, well, if it's an unfit parent, then he shouldn't be allowed. But it's all like, that's that child's parent, okay? It shouldn't matter to you. It should matter to the child. If the child wants to see his parent, it should be up to the child, all right? Not to the other parent or the parent that has the child. I was getting ready to say own. I was like, no, it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, thank you guys for hearing me out, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.